So, back from the VGC guide, and this time we're looking at Clefairy. Friend Guard is one of the strongest abilities that has ever existed in VGC. And we're basically stuck with it on not fully evolved Pokemon. Like Mousehold as well, and Vivian. But yeah, Clefairy is absolutely the most viable Friend Guard user, for sure. Fairy typing is way better than normal typing. Its bulk is way better than Mousehold's because of the Eviolite. So Clefairy is much stronger if you're wanting to Friend Guard than Mousehold is, outside of maybe beating up your own Annihilate. Otherwise, Clefairy, absolutely. Follow me with Friend Guard, really, really strong combination. You don't need to follow me, or you don't need to redirect to be able to keep your partner safe because of the Friend Guard. So then you can just go for a Protect, keep yourself safe on the field, Friend Guard is still active, and then the partner Pokemon doesn't take much damage at all. So Clefairy, follow me, Friend Guard, really, really nice combination. The bulk is very respectable. Eviolite is a busted item. And Clefairy actually has very respectable bulk. It's going to survive a lot of hits. And that's where the Life 2 comes into play. No one believes me yet. Life 2 is busted. Especially with Clefairy. Especially with Friend Guard stacking on the HP that you're going to be recovering as well. It keeps the Clefairy safe and the partner safe. Like Follow Me, Helping Hand, that's an obvious combination. We've seen Follow Me, Helping Hand, you know what that does. Life 2, that's the one. That's the one that makes the Clefairy an A-tier Pokemon. Because it's going to be able to recover and stack with the Friend Guard. It's really nice. Heal Pulse is pretty good as well, but Life 2, that recovers the Clefairy and keeps the Friend Guard active. So, yeah, Life 2 is busted. And I know there's so many comments already in my guides. Whenever there's a Life 2 Pokemon, I see saying that Life 2 is busted. Here's your bingo card again. Because seriously, Life 2 is such a good move. But if you want to go on the offensive Clefairy, because this does no damage at all, and some people would be uncomfortable with that, I reckon that Nightshade is the best offensive moves that Clefairy could go for. I think it's only just got access to Nightshade this generation. Moonblast tickles the opponent. And if they're weak to Fairy, okay, that's a reasonable hit. But otherwise, Moonblast is really not worth it. Like, Nightshade actually does consistent damage. Just like Dusclops doesn't run any other offensive move apart from Nightshade, other than the weakness policy proccing things. But, like, Dusclops runs Nightshade. Why couldn't Clefairy? And then do just consistent chip damage to the opponent. Most of the time, it will do more than Moonblast, unless it's a super effective hit. Icy Wind is good speed control, though. Clefairy doesn't benefit from it, but Clefairy is helping out its partners. So Icy Wind will definitely benefit the rest of your team if they are a much faster team, because if they're a faster team, you're going to be able to benefit from the Friend Guard a little bit more because they would have been frail before, and now they're not so frail with a Friend Guard. So Knockoff, also good utility. Get rid of items is always good. This won't do any damage. It's purely just to get rid of items. But these are basically the offensive moves that you should have on Clefairy. Obviously, this was not a recommended moveset. This is just choose one of these moves if you want an offensive move. Don't have more than one. Choose one. Commit to that. Absolutely have Follow Me on Clefairy. The rest are interchangeable, even though I said that Life 2 is busted. But basically, always have Follow Me. If you want an offensive move, feel free. These are other good supportive moves. Again, not a recommended moveset on Clefairy. These are just other good moves that you can fit onto Clefairy. Encore is really good. If you underspeed a load of Pokemon, you can get something like an Encore into a Trick Room that's just been set, and then you can reverse that Trick Room immediately, which is really nice, as well as trapping other Pokemon maybe into a setup move if they're trying to set up to be able to bypass your Friend Guard and get those KOs because they're stronger. Encore can lock them into those moves, which is really nice. I mentioned Heal Pulse. That's more recovery for the partner Pokemon than Life 2 is, but Life 2 keeps the Clefairy safe. I much prefer Life 2, and I highly recommend Life 2 over Heal Pulse instead. After You is basically the same as the Encore as well. That was underspeeding for Trick Room, so you can After You. Have min speed if you're going for After You. Stealth Rock is a way of doing damage. I got top 4 at a tournament with his Stealth Rock Clefairy before, which was quite funny. Because if you want to do damage, Stealth Rock technically does damage. It won't really get any KOs unless they're all like on 1 HP, but it'll break Focus Sashes and things like that. So Stealth Rock isn't a move we see very commonly in VGC. It popped up a little bit back in Regulation C, but Stealth Rock, I would say, is more viable on Clefairy than most other Pokemon because there's going to be room for it. You can fit Stealth Rock if you really think you need it on this moveset. But otherwise, stick with the other supporting moves like these ones here. Here's another moveset for the Clefairy that I did mention about the Lapras. Back in the Lapras guide, so go and check that out. I did say that Clefairy Lapras was a super strong combination. I need to get around to actually playing it properly. But this was a combination that I used back in Series 5 of Generation 8, and Clefairy Lapras just soloed games on its own. Because double Life 2 is busted, double Life 2 just kept the Lapras and the Clefairy really healthy. Even without the Dynamax and the Gmax resonance and all that, it can still be very viable. You go for Gravity faster than your Lapras, you get to go for a Throat Spray Sing with your Lapras, and then you can just double Sing. And then they stay asleep, and then while they're asleep, you Life 2 up, and then you spam +1 Blizzards, which is actually a really nice combination. So it's worth mentioning this one. This is like specifically, this moveset should probably be with the Lapras. It's viable without the Lapras. and probably other Hypnosis and Sing Pokemon it would be pretty good with, but this is specifically the one that was paired with the Lapras, and I mentioned in the Lapras guide about this Clefairy, so here it is for the sake of completeness. But this is the most common one you'll see. You'll see this, you'll see one of these offensive moves. may see these moves, but this has got to be the most common. Life Do is going to be the most replaced by other people because they don't realise that Life Do is busted.